my book and wax friends. Welcome to my channel. I'm Amber if you are new. I have my monthly library haul here for you, my what's in the book bag. And so these are my books that I got in for the month of October, and I'm excited to share them with you. So let's jump into it for sure. I have all different types of books to share, things that feel October-y, spooky, Halloween season-y to me. And I am planning on doing a specific Halloween TBR video, so definitely stay tuned for that as well. Okay, let's get to it. The first one I have, and I remembered my glasses. I'm very proud of myself. So I can actually read what it says in the synopsis. The first one is The League of Gentle Women Witches by India Holton. She writes really fun romance romp type stories that take place in like a historical fantasy type of setting, historical fiction fantasy. And this is, I think, the second one. I have read her Love's Academics books, which are somewhere around here. These two right here. So The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love, and what is the next one? The Geographer's Map to Romance. And I'm excited for the third and final book in the series. But this is her prior series. So I think this is the second book. And they're like interconnected standalones. They're not like you have to read one to really understand the next one type of thing. But I have read the first one from this series. It had to do with pirates and flying houses. It was fun. Okay, so this one is The League of Gentle Women Witches. And it says, just when you thought it was safe to go back into the tea house, Miss Charlotte Pettifer belongs to a secret league of women skilled in the subtle arts. This is to say, although it must never be said, witchcraft. The Wiccan League strives to improve the world in small ways using magic. They tidy, correct, and manipulate according to their notions of what is proper, entirely unlike those reprobates in the Wisteria Society, which is the pirate society for women. When the long lost amulet of Black Beryl is discovered, it is up to Charlotte as the future leader of the League to make sure the powerful talisman does not fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, it is most unfortunate when she crosses paths with Alex O'Reilly, a pirate who is no Mr. Darcy. With all the world scrambling after the amulet, Alex and Charlotte join forces to steal it together. If only they could keep their pickpocketing hands to themselves. If Alex is not careful, he might just steal something else, such as Charlotte's heart. So it will be a fun romp. I have enjoyed her other books for sure. All right, the next one I picked up from the library is Foul Days by Genoveva Dimova, and I've heard really good things about this one. So this one, it's said to be The Witcher meets Naomi Novik in this fast-paced fantasy rooted in Slavic folklore. As a witch in the walled city of Chernograd, Kosara has plenty of practice treating lycanthropy bites, bargaining with kikomoras, and slaying blood-sucking the glare. Let's see, there's only one monster she can't defeat, her ex, the Zmei, known as the Tsar of monsters. She's defied him one too many times, and now he's hunting her. Betrayed by someone close to her, Kosara's only choice is to trade her shadow, the source of her powers, for a quick escape. I've heard really good things, and so I'm excited to get to this one in October, hopefully. All right, next up is a classic. It's one I've actually never read, and so I really wanted to get to it. Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I do plan on reading this one with Chelsea from Libraries and Lattes. I will link her channel down below, where our plan is to buddy read it together in this month in October. So, do I really need to explain what this book is about? It's about Dracula. Everyone knows the Dracula, who is a vampire. So, Dracula, for sure. It is on my 25 books I wanted to read in 2025. Like I said, it's been a minute. I've wanted to read it for a while, but just haven't ever gotten around to it. So that one will be good for October. Okay, the next one is The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig. A month or two ago, I read her House of Salt and Sorrows, and I did enjoy it. I've heard really good things about this one, though. So this one is her second most recent one. She just had an adult fiction fantasy book, urban fantasy book come out within the past month or so. Pretty sure it was September that it came out. But this was her book before that. So let me see what it is about. Hazel Trepus has always known she wasn't like her siblings, a 13th child promised to one of the gods. She spends her childhood waiting for her benefactor, Merrick, the god of death, to arrive and take her away. When he does, he lays out exactly what he's planned for Hazel's future. She will become a great and celebrated healer to aid her endeavors. Merrick blesses Hazel with a gift, the ability to instantly deduce the exact cure needed to treat the sick. But all gifts come with a price. I've heard really good things about that one, so hopefully I'll get to it. It's a little bit more on the chunky side, but we'll see. I do really want to read it. The next one is A Forgery of Roses. This is by Jessica S. Olson, and I've heard this is kind of a combo of Jack the Ripper. Let's see, something about Jack the Ripper meets something else. Of course, now it doesn't even say. I can't remember, but let's read the synopsis and see. It says, Mira Whitlock has a gift, one many would kill for. She's an artist whose portraits alter people's... Oh, yeah, that was it. So it's like, before I continue, Jack the Ripper meets the picture of Dorian Gray. Okay, moving on. A talent she must hide from those who would kidnap, blackmail, and worse, in order to control it. Guarding that secret is the only way to keep her younger sister safe now that their parents are gone. But one frigid night, the governor's wife discovers the truth and threatens to expose Mira if she does not complete a special portrait that would resurrect the governor's dead son. Desperate, Mira ventures to his legendary stone mansion. When she arrives, however, it becomes clear the boy's death was no accident. Someone dangerous lurks within these glittering halls, someone harboring a disturbing obsession with portrait magic. That sounds good. Spooky, Gothic, perfect for October. All right, the last one I have is The Monstrous Kind by Lydia Gregovic. And I know I tried to read it last year, never got around to it. It was a new release last year. And I heard it's inspired by Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. And I love Jane Austen. Sense and Sensibility is one of my favorites of Jane Austen's books. And so I was like, oh, will be an interesting take on that. So let's see what it's about together. Another Merrick. Okay, Merrick Darling's life as daughter of the manor, except it's a girl Merrick this time. Okay, as daughter of the manor lord of Sussex is better than most. Unlike the commoners, she is immune to the toxic fog that encroached on England generations earlier. She will never become a phantom, one of the monstrous creatures that stalk her province's borders. And as long as the fires burn to hold them back, her safety is ensured. She wants nothing, yet she will never inherit her family's manor. She must marry smartly or live at the kindness of her elder sister, Essie. Everything is turned on its head, though, when Merrick's father dies suddenly. Torn from her new London society life, Merrick must travel back to Norland House, her childhood home, where she finds the once strong and capable Essie now withdrawn and frightened, and with good cause. A recent string of attacks has turned their bucolic countryside into a terrifying and unpredictable landscape. The fog is closing in and the fires aren't holding, which makes Merrick and Essie vulnerable in more ways than one, because the phantoms are far from the only monsters in Merrick's world, and the other manor lords are always watching for weakness. Revealing her and her sister's current state is out of the question, but when Essie goes missing, Merrick needs help. Only who can she trust when everyone seems to be scheming, and when all she holds true feels like it's slipping from her grasp? So I really like the cover too. Isn't it cool? It is Halloween-y for sure. So that one sounds good as well. And I do see the nods to Sense and Sensibility in it, but it'll be interesting to see where the author takes the story for sure. So that is it, you guys. That is everything that I got from the library for the month of October. And I'm excited to get to these and other books. Stay tuned for my TBR video as well. My TBR jar will pick my official TBR for the month of October. And like I said, my Halloween October TBR as well. So I appreciate all of you guys. Please like and subscribe for more book content and home fragrance, because I do post about both. And until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.